self-realization. When was that? The 11th chapter, no? End of 10th chapter, 11th chapter, he revealed himself to Arjuna. He showed his cosmic form. But that doesn't happen. That's why Krishna said, many are called, but only few know me for real. Many are called. Among those which is called, only very few will come to that point of knowing me for real, who I am. So it's amazing, that part, you see. But many will reach self-realization. Many people reach to that state of self-realized. But self-realized is not the end. Because you can be self-realized and incarnate even 1,000 lives again as self-realized. Don't think that once you reach self-realization and that's it. You see, that's why Krishna praised bhakti. That yes, you reach self-realization, but you have to aim for me, not you. This is, when you aim for self-realization, you are aiming for knowing yourself, which is very important. But it's not only that. This is not the final aim. That's not the goal of life itself. The goal of life is to get to know who I am. And how you get to know who I am is only by having a relationship with me. Krishna said it clearly. So, self-realize is by doing your effort of longing for Him. So you do your effort, you do your sadhana, you do your practices, which is very important because it shows that you are making an effort. It shows that you really are striving for something. You want to know who you are truly. Because many people in this world doesn't want to know who they are. They live a life like an animal, without any aim, without any goal in life. No? How many people you go on the street and ask them, why are you here? How many can really give you an answer which, yes, that person know why he's a person, why they are there? Not so many. Maybe out of 10,000, one will give you an answer which is fine. So you see, even self-realize, not everybody aim for that. So, which is a very advanced step in its own. So you do that, you reach through your effort to a certain level. And that reaching to that level itself, the one said, now you have reached to that level, I want to grace you. Here is not about you. It's about Him gracing you. Him giving Himself to you. That's what I was saying earlier, Because you belong to Him, He reveals Himself in different ways to you. In the form of His name, in the form of His lila, in the form of His worship. So that is through His grace, which He's calling you. Say, fine, I'm ready to give myself to you. But in that process, you should completely forget about yourself. Here the self disappeared. Realization stayed, but realization evolved itself. That's why in bhakti, Krishna said it. In bhakti, you forget about yourself. You put the Lord first. You put the beloved Lord first. And this is a very high state of devotion in itself. where you completely forget yourself. Look, all the saints in the Bhakti path I'm talking about, they forget about themselves completely. They long for the Lord with their whole being. I will not say only their heart, their mind, their body, each cells in their body long for Him only. And this transformation is beyond self-realization. Many gurus will talk about self-realized to you, but they will not talk about God-realized, because they can't give you God-realization. They can just give you technique, they can just tell you beautiful things, but God-realization is far most beyond. But in a simple way, when you look at the saints, just by the mantra itself, the nama japa itself, they reach so high level that Bhagavan himself come in front of them. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it so strange for that mind to understand a longing of a true bhakta, and how simple it is. It's the most simple, but yet the most complicated. It's complicated when the mind rests. It is simple when the mind is fully submerged into it. So, yes, everything is upon His grace. Like I said, how many lives one go through being self-realized? Many lives. Until that self disappeared and realization attained to God. And that is only through His grace. When He poured His grace upon that soul, which is longing for Him, then He will do anything to bring that soul to Him. Not you do anything, He do everything. That's why all the saints said, you are nothing. It is only Him which is doing. There's this beautiful prayer of Tukaram that said, wherever I walk in your company. You hold my hand and guide every of my steps. It's so beautiful, just 3 lines, It tells everything of what state of mind a saint which is fully absorbed into the Lord is, Even if they use the word I, it's not meaning their ego, their pride, It's not about I want this or I want that, no. But it is being in the presence of the beloved Lord. That's why Krishna prays. Bhakti is the highest of all yoga. Because it is through that yoga that you can attain God realization. And in the most simple way. And most easiest way. Just by thinking of Him. How simple it is. But in that process of thinking of Him, you should forget about yourself. And this is the thing, you see, but many don't understand between self-realization and God-realization. Those who truly reach a very high level of self-realization, they do have glimpses of it. But we have to aim for that grace. So then we know that He is eternally waiting for you. And He's patient. He have all times, He's eternal. And He will wait. But imagine, these two guys there. Jaya Vijaya. How clever are they? They eternally, the Nitya Suris, they live eternally with Bhagavan. They're the gatekeeper of Vaikuntha. No? Use your brain a bit. A little logic. Okay? When the 4 rishis came, they got cursed. No? They got cursed to be born 1,000 lives as a devotee. 1,000 lives as a devotee. Wow. It is beautiful, isn't it? You have gone through many lives already. Some of you millions of lives, some thousands of lives. But they had only 1,000 lives as devotee. Does that make them sad? Huh? They are also eternal. They are fully realized. That makes them sad to live 1,000 lives away from Vaikuntha. Even being a devotee, that's why they choose to be free lives as Bhagavan's enemy. An enemy's mind is also more advanced than a devotee's mind. Yeah. You see, you think of your enemy more than you think of your friends. Yes or no? Yeah. So you see, I just said you think of your enemy more than you think of your friend. All of you start talking. Huh? So it's amazing. They choose to be 3 times an enemy, 1,000 times a devotee. Do you think time is irrelevant for them? They could have happily accept 1,000 life as a devotee. It's also a great blessing. We will be all like you all. But no. Let us be 3 times as enemy. But the enemy is mine. You say, take for example Ravana. Ravana was constantly thinking of Ram. Kans was constantly thinking of Krishna. Hiranyakashipu was constantly thinking how he would plan to fight Mahavishnu. No? So such mind which is continuously thinking. And Bhagavan said, okay fine, I will come and kill you. What grace is that? He will leave Vaikuntha, come for you down here to sort you out. Amazing. What grace is that? And this is what Bhagavan keeps reminding, that aim for him. That is not in every life. Only when you are ripe enough to have that grace of bhakti, he will pull that, he will call you from wherever you are. He will remind you. And this is the step towards God-realization. That means self-realization, yes, you're still working on it, you're still thinking, but letting go of that mind You have already done that for many lives. You have done that for thousands of lives. You have already got this stamp, but yes, you have to move on to the next one. But yet still, we call it Kali Yuga now. Even if you crush the food and put it in the mouth of somebody, I think also that one have to learn to swallow it for you. So, effort is important, willingness is important, longing is important, and forgetting yourself is the most important of everything.